Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video on the channel where today we have got a very important video and something that a lot of people have requested recently, and that is some more attacking tips, some more tutorials. So today I've got with you today my top 3 attacking tips. So if you're someone that is maybe struggling a bit in weekend league, rivals, whatever game mode it may be, if you're just struggling in general to score goals, this hopefully will help you out a little bit more today. And it's nothing generic like, get better players or, do this tactic and stuff like that. Whilst, having better players is definitely going to help. My thing with better players is if you're someone who is a pretty good skilled player in the first place, even like for me personally, if I take myself as an example, I am probably an Elite 2 player. That's kind of normally what I'll get on a normal week. Even if I had a worse team than what I've got now, you guys know the team that I've got now. If you gave me like a 200k squad, I probably would still maybe get Gold 1/Elite 3. So yes, it would make a bit of difference, but overall, if you're a good player, big players, don't make a massive amount of difference. They do make a slight bit of difference, but not the biggest amount of difference. Now, going into our top 3 tips. Number 1 I've got for you is patience. You've got to be patient when attacking. You're seeing a lot of our clips here. We are being patient. We're not trying to rush forwards. We're only passing the ball forwards if there is an opportunity to pass it. One massive thing I see a lot of people do. I see so many people try and force the play. And it's not just through watching, viewers and stuff like that and their gameplay. It's also I can tell when I'm playing, because the amount of interceptions that I'll be able to make just shows that people are always trying to force the ball forwards. People are always trying to force the pass forwards. And the worst thing you can do if you're trying to, someone that's trying to be better at attacking, is try and force attacks, because that's when attacks break down. That's when you start getting frustrated. If you're struggling in a game and you're not scoring, a lot of the time people just start rushing the ball forwards and try and force a goal, force a chance, and then they just get more and more frustrated, and eventually they'll, that leads to them being frustrated in defense and maybe overcommitting with a defender or something like that. So the one thing I would say, don't force the pass forwards. You can see plenty of times we're passing the ball sideways, maybe backwards. If the pass forwards is not on, don't be afraid to pass the ball sideways. It's not a negative tactic. It's just being smart. Why try and force it into a really tight window and try and force possibly getting an interception if there's not a pass there? So don't be afraid to pass the ball backwards and sideways and just kind of recycle the play and maybe try and look for a different angle or channel to attack down. That's something definitely that I've been doing a lot more recently. And it really frustrates your opponent as well. Being patient, eventually your opponent will come out and make a mistake. He'll be tired of not having the ball, and he'll come out and make a mistake. The second thing that I would think is really, really important, is you've got to play with speed. Speed is really, really important. Whilst we say be patient, and that is important, you've got to know when to speed up and slow your attacks down. This is a really, really important tool that really top players learn how to do. And if you can master this, you'll really, really improve your game a lot. You've got to know when to speed the play up and when to slow it down. And what that means is, whilst I said before, you've got to be patient on the ball, and that is true. You can see with a lot of our attacks, we are being patient and we are passing it, sideways and stuff like that. But at the same time, when we need to speed the attacks up, when we're in tight spaces, when we're in those attacking third, we're playing those really quick 1-2 tick attacker passes, because speed kills. Especially when people are defending. If you're someone that can play really, really quick, something that's really difficult for a lot of people is defending. And when you play fast and when you play quick and when you're unpredictable, which is what we're going to get into in our third tip, it's something that's really going to help. Speed is super important. You need to make sure that you're always playing fast, especially in the right areas as well. There's no need to play quick in defense, but especially at the top end of the pitch, you need to start speeding up your play and really have a good rhythm. Rhythm is so important when playing FIFA. Obviously the servers and every now and again the gameplay can be a little bit bad, but it's not always bad. You can't always blame the game. At the same time, you can affect the game as well. And I find for myself that when I play a lot faster, and when I use skill moves, that's when I notice my game really improves. When I always watch my gameplay back, and when I'm in a poor run of form, I watch my gameplay, and it's because I'm playing slow. My passing's really slow. I'm not linking play up quick enough, and I'm just giving the opposition time to get back into those low defensive, styles that people like to play. A lot of people obviously like to play drop back and stuff like that. And when you play slowly, you allow people to get back into position, and then it becomes really difficult to try and score goals. And then the third tip, as I did mention before, it was being unpredictable. And that is unpredictable in all senses of your game. That's unpredictable in your shooting. You can see with our shooting, for example, the amount of times we are shooting in different positions. You know, so many different shot types. And you look at all of these goals, and there's no two goals that are the same. That's one thing that I think is pretty good about my play that I will give myself some praise for. Watching these goals back, they're all different. There's none of these goals are exactly the same as the previous one. You know, my shooting, my passing, the way I attack is always unpredictable. And when something's unpredictable, that's what makes it really effective. That's the one and probably most important tip I can give you, is be unpredictable. And that's unpredictable with where you shoot, whether you shoot near post, far post, whether you finesse, whether you smash, whether you chip, drill across goal, you know, whether you look for cutbacks, whether you look for tap-ins, crosses, whatever it may be. You have to, you know, skill moves. You have to have so much unpredictability in your game, and that's the thing that's going to really take your attacking to the next level. If you can be unpredictable in attack and pair that with them being patient in the necessary moments and speeding up your game when, again, in the final third when it's important, if you can pair all the three of those things together, you'll really take your attacking to the next level, because speed is so important. You know, speed of passing, and as I said, unpredictability. You know, that quick 1-2 passing and then deciding a snapshot there to take that finesse shot with crossbow, so important. You know, I cannot stress enough how speed and how unpredictability in attacking is so critical to being a good player in this game. You know, knowing when to play through passes, as I said, knowing when to chip, knowing when to finesse, knowing all these things is so critical to being a good attacker. It's not just one particular thing. It's not just about your players as well, or your formation, which those things will definitely help. You know, they will tweak, but the main thing is how you play yourself. And if you can apply these three things that I've taught you today and showed you in these clips, you know, that I've done over the past weekend league, this is going to massively help you out when it comes to attacking in FIFA. So if you do want to see more videos like this, whether you want to see top 3 tips for defending and how to improve at defending, do drop a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel and find it useful. But that is all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.